a life coaching session and I'm the person being life coach, I need to record. Okay. So just the other day I was thinking, this is real talk. You asked me a good question. Because now you're life coaching me. Just the other day I was thinking how wonderful this shift has been inside of this tribe. Like all of the work that everyone has done has been so amazing. And for me, it's it's an you guys are teaching me, this is real talk. You guys are teaching me how to go to the next level with people. See, I know how to go to the next level by myself. I've been with spirit for 10 years by myself. So I know how to explore spirit, do everything that I want by myself. But to have people with me along the way is different. So when I look at all the healing that has been done, normally, like I said earlier, in relationships, once the healing is done, I normally leave. I normally part. I normally walk away because the healing is done. You don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? So I was just reflecting the other day, like, wow, it's been so much healing that has taken place. And my normal reaction is to walk away. That's my normal reaction. Once the healing is done, to walk away. But in this space, I am learning not to walk away. I am learning how to have partners going along with me and me them. So this is longer than 10 days, but that's what I would be experiencing in 10 days. The going forward, the still having someone there in the good space. See, having I'm very used to helping. Oh, I wish Tiffany and Nicole were here because we were having this conversation about a week ago. I'm very used to being in the storm with people and pulling them through the storm. But then I normally leave once the storm is over. And see, we are on the other side of the storm now. We're on the other side of the storm. We're in the happy space. Now I'm used to happy spaces, but I'm used to happy spaces by myself. You know what I mean? Or with my children. I'm not used to happy spaces with other people. I'm used to helping, but not really going to happy spaces with other people. So even in this space, you guys are teaching me that I can have a family inside of happy spaces. I don't have to just have a tribe or a family or friends in trauma. I can also have that in happy spaces. So
Well, I'm the girl to teach you how to be a friend because I I got the attached shell, and my friends, Lori, the one that you met, the one, 15 years old. Like we're over 40 years. Most of my friends are, and so, but I call to myself, and I know I want friends that I can go deep with. And guess who that is? That's my tribe.
Ashe.
I'm done talking about the weather, blah, 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 and pretend, we would talk about the weather when I was going through the shitstorm that you guys know. And I'm going, are you guys, oh, because Barb's standing upright. Oh, she's okay. Let's talk about the weather. No,
Yeah.
Janice and I are going to go and we're going to go talk. You know what? I'm so glad that you don't leave because right now, and I wanted to share this morning, but maybe I'll do more in the doctorate, but because I don't want to cry at the airport, but I think I've found, not I think, I had a big weekend. Like I think I almost was going to call you and go, I found God. Yeah. I'm having a whole bunch of clicks, and it's like, whoa. Yeah, and I was gonna phone you and go, or text you or something and go, oh, I think I'm doing, but I thought, well, we're gonna go to the doctor today, and I didn't know if I'd be able to get on here, but yeah, I'm having my click moments. And so I want, like, I'm glad you're not leaving too, as everybody is, but I would, I get it, but I need a few more steps on how to live it. Like you're saying, we learned it. Now we got to walk the walk.
Yeah.
And that's like, we might all be there, but we don't, speaking for me, I guess, I don't know how to quite walk the talk yet.
That's right.
Like yesterday we got fogged in, and the shuttle was like, I was supposed to be there already, right? I'm on a day late because I got fogged in. I had to stay overnight here, and I'm in Calgary. I shouldn't even be in Calgary. I was supposed to go from here yesterday. So that kind of thing, it didn't get me upset like normal. So I know that I'm just going, hey, you never know. Maybe I was supposed to be in this airport. Maybe he's in here.
Right.
So that part is really helping, that to deal with the stuff instead of letting it ruin your day.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And Janice has a pool and wine. We're going to be just fine.
Ashe. Ashe. Yeah. Yeah. I love you guys. Like, I'm learning. I'm in such an incredible space here. Incredible space. And I know that you're going to be a great teacher to me on how to be a friend. And I know that because you're still here. Yeah. And I'm gonna and so I mean, how to receive friendship rather, because I know how to be a good friend to others, but just allowing them to be good friends to me is the place where I'm learning how to do. Yeah. And
You are teaching me how to. I had because I don't anymore. I had very high expectations of friends because I wanted what I gave out back, and I didn't get it. And you're helping me with that, to realize whatever I get is gratitude, instead of, boy, they better be there. I was there for them for this, and this. They better be, and I was doing that kind of a thing. I subconsciously.
yes.
And then I was allowing them to disappoint me when they didn't measure up to the friend that I think I am for them. So this is very good for me too. Like everything, right? We're all intertwined. It works. We all heal in our own. I can see it now.
Yeah. You know, Jasmine is here, even though you can't see her face. Huh?
I just went, Jasmine!
Oh.
Jasmine's special. She's my brother's vessel. She's special.
The other day, my son had his first rap concert. He's a rapper, and he had his first concert. And I asked some of the sisters, well, I asked the sisters if they were available to go. A lot of them couldn't go, but Jasmine was able to go and Angel was able to go. So we went down there and saw my son perform. Now, we didn't leave out of there until like 11:30. I'm sure she didn't get home till about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And she has to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning just to go to work. So I was thinking to myself, oh my God, that's like being so over top a good friend that you would push yourself, you know what I mean, to that degree and still have to get up. And we had a hair appointment scheduled for the next day. So the next day, I started feeling bad. I was like, okay, no, why don't you just do my daughter's hair another day? And she says, no, I can do her hair today. I'm coming. And I said, no, last night you went out with me and you were there for me and my son. So stay home today and We can do my daughter's hair any day. And I just put the phone down, and then I'm sitting in the living room, and she knocks on the door. And I'm like, what are you doing here? I said, don't come. And she says, no, I'm coming, Sunshine. I told you I was coming. And I was like, but you can go home and rest. I'm sure you're tired. She says, I'm going to do her hair. And I was like, oh my God. In my mind, I'm like, no, you did enough already. You were with me with my son, and you were there. This is too much. Like, this is just too much. It's something I would do for somebody else. But when it's being done back to me, I'm like, no, don't do it. It's too much. You're doing too much. I'm already appreciative right now. So I'm like, oh my God. She didn't leave. She stayed and did my daughter's hair. I was like, oh God, this is overwhelming. But the act of receiving, you know what I mean? Receiving it back is uncomfortable to me. And she pushed me past my comfort zone, you know. And so I'm learning. Now I will jump over the moon for her. If she wanted me to get up at 2:00 in the morning, my butt would be up at 2:00 in the morning. You know what I mean? But for her to do it back to me, I'm like, no. So.
But that was amazing though, because whatever was going on, I called you 7 times and you didn't answer, which isn't normal. So if you would have answered, you would have persuaded me, and I know you would have. You would have persuaded me, like, no, don't come. And you're always so used to like not receiving. We've always talked about you doing that, being able to receive and being able to let a friend be a real friend without you saying, I can't do this. I gotta quit this. I gotta quit this friendship because it's just too much. Like, you're not used to allowing someone to be a friend to you, and it's normal. Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
So I mean, I know that there's been times that I've called you a crack of dawn, and you're like, I'm up. No, what is it, Sunshine? I'm up. Knowing you sleep, and I know you sleep, but I'm like, I need to talk to you. So it's like, it's only right to do the same thing for you. And Barb, hi Barb. Barb's my person.
Okay. I don't know. I'm learning this thing. I'm learning. How good teachers though. I'm learning. So thank you guys.
I'm learning to stay quiet. So remember I told you that my kid's father always tries to pull me into like arguing and stuff like that. So This time he tried it. It was a simple fix. And I go, you know what? Maybe you have other options now. Because as of right now, I don't feel like arguing with you. I don't care to argue with you. And the Lord told me to shut up. So guess what? I'm going to shut up.
And how did it work? Did it work good?
Yes, it was amazing. I even had good dreams. I said, you thought you were going to pull me in. Negative behind, get out of here.
Yes.
I tried to tell y'all the wisest man in the room is the one with his mouth shut, because he's listening. Because he's listening, hears everything.
Yes. Ashe. Whew. Yeah, you can't make that. It's beautiful. That stuff is beautiful. Yes. I'm going to tell you something, too. I'm going to share this with Mary. I was never going to share this. I still don't kind of want to share because I don't want people to not raise their hand. If I share this, then everybody's going to wait to be last. But there's also power in being first. So there's always an opposite end to every coin, you see. And everything that is done is for your good. I have to say that before I say this. Every time we get in here, Mary is the first person to raise her hand. When she should be the last person to raise her hand. Everyone should be, to some degree, depending on what lesson you're learning. Some people have to raise their hand first, like Lynn. I would love Lynn to raise her hand first sometime because she is shy to talk. So for her, it's raise your hand first. For Mary, she's excited to talk, so she should be quiet most of the time and listen. You should stand back and go last so you can hear everyone's perspective and then let everyone's perspective raise your perspective. See, when you go first, you can't raise your perspective because you've already said it, you talked, and you probably done, had a whole lot of aha moments after the fact. But if you're ready and you're eager, go last. When you're not ready and you're not eager, go first. It's crazy. It's like you should be doing the opposite of what you're doing to get the best out of the experience. So you see Mary, she's come up, she's like, before I even finish talking, can I say something, Dr. New? Can I say something? Before I even finish. And I'm like, okay, go ahead. I already know what's going on. She's just excited. She wants to get it out because she's so excited about it. But tame the excitement and then listen to what's coming in, because if you tame the excitement and you get a chance to listen to everybody else, they're going to elevate your thoughts automatically. It's going to instantaneously happen because you're going to learn every time someone else is speaking. And then for Lynn, it's like shy. I don't want to say anything. I'm just going to sit and listen. So for her, it's the complete opposite. She should be the first one to raise her hand because her thing that she has to conquer is different than what Mary has to conquer. So she should be the first one to raise her hand and go first to overcome that fear of speaking, that fear of talking, that fear of and going first and stepping up and standing up. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Like if you pay attention, you see all the dynamics in the room, and you can see who needs to do what at what time and what they can most get out of it for their experience. Yeah. So hopefully I'm here. Now I don't want everybody to go last. See, I don't want to say nothing because I don't want everybody to be like, I'm gonna go last. I'm not gonna say anything. No.
You done made me put my hand down. I was like, oh, she want people to raise their hands. I'm like, oh wait, no. I got the gun. She wasn't ready.
What you want to say, Mary? Go, Mary. See?
You're absolutely right. I was just, and how weird is this? I was just thinking that today. Like, maybe should I listen more, or maybe should I just take everything in and then get my ideas that I need? I've been thinking about this, so you just confirmed what I needed to know. But today I will be leaving a little early because I was contacted by somebody and they want a reading. So it's my first paid reading. So it took a little bit of time. It took a little bit of time. I mean, like a person that I don't know from the tribe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I'm nervous, but then again, I know I got this.
Yeah.
And then again, it's like, am I going to fulfill what they need? So that was a good thought, what you said today, a good thing to reflect on, because that's what I need to do, listen more instead of just being so anxious. But I just love to learn, and I love to say what I learned.
Yeah, Ashe. And you're going to get it. You're going to give them what they need anyway. Whatever you give them is what they need. You know, whenever I think about a reading and so I do the same thing. Like I go, is what they're looking for the answer I'm going to be giving them, or am I going to give them what they came for, what they're looking for? And then if I ever get in that space, I go, you know what? I'm going to give them what Spirit gave, so that it is what they need. May not be what they came for, but it is exactly what they need. Because Spirit's going to give it to them. So that's what I use when I go through those moments. We all do. You know what I mean? When I go through those moments, I just reassure myself and remind myself that whatever it is I give them is what Spirit had for them. So it's going to be good. Yeah, I say. So, yay. You know, I was telling myself, like, I've been bragging on this tribe all freaking month, y'all. I was telling my son, I said, I'm sitting in here and I'm watching these beautiful souls like shift and stay in their shift and creating what they want. I'm watching this stuff. You, Mary, last year would have never thought you could get paid for a reading. In fact, you were questioning, is this my gift? Do I have this gift? That was 8 months ago. To this is my gift and I'm getting paid for it. That was just 8 months ago. I got you, Mike. That was just 8 months ago. Now, no more than 9 months ago.
My fear is words. That's all. It's just my fear inside of myself is speaking words, like connecting things. Like you told me, I need to look at the picture and connect with it and be able to let spirit speak instead of the card in the book. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm starting to learn how to look at the pictures and feel what the card is trying to say, not what the card is saying itself.
Yeah.
So I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
I say. And what the card is saying is probably exactly what you're feeling, but it's just yeah. It's probably gonna say the same thing you're feeling, so. Yeah, it's beautiful to be able to see everyone transform. Like, because in the transformation is the living life as designed. You know what I mean? Like I was telling my son, I said, this is like the craziest thing to watch. Like here in Maryland, whenever I do my sessions, I go to the library. I would have meetings at the library once every 2 weeks, and I would meet new people. So I would meet new people all the time, because I would just have a session, and then whenever I wanted to have another session, I'd have another session. I didn't have it like scheduled, so I would just have the session whenever time permitted because I was doing other things. So I got a chance to meet a lot of different people, come in and have aha moments and then leave, but I didn't have the time to stay with them through the whole journey. So I met a lot of people, but I wasn't able to consistently give them every week or every 2 weeks because I was had another project I was working on. So when I came online, I think so it got, well, before I came online, there was intimacy. I had 2 or 3 other circles that I worked with that were very intimate circles, and I got a chance to watch them over some years, so that was good. But here, it's like it's really good too. It's like seeing people do the work and change their life, and it's like, wow. I'm always like, I'm telling my son, I said, this is crazy. I love this stuff. Like for me, I want to be a billionaire. Yes, I am going to be a billionaire. And I'm really trying to be in that space, right? And this is real talk. I'm telling y'all some good stuff. This is real talk what I'm sharing with y'all. I have been a millionaire, right? I've been a millionaire before in the world. I have not been a millionaire in my spiritual space. Now, I'd like to be a billionaire in my spiritual space. It's not the number one thing I want, but I do want it. The number one thing I want, I already have, and that is watching people discover God. That's my number one thing, is to watch people discover God. So inside of creation, I'm letting y'all in. Look at that. See, inside of creation, let me talk I'm gonna tell y'all some good stuff. Inside of creation, you get exactly what you want. What you want, you get. Now, you may have to teach yourself to want something different, but you get what you want. And what I'm trying to do now is to teach myself how to want that $1 billion, because there's so much work I can do with that money. And if that were my number one thing, I'd already have it. Because you're going to have what you want. My number one thing that I want, I'm already doing it. And that is watching beautiful souls discover God. I want that so badly. That's the thing I want most in this world. And that's the thing I have. And I'm teaching myself now how to incorporate having $1 billion in that environment. My environment is going to change. But what I would like to do now, and what I'm doing now actively, is teaching myself how to incorporate $1 billion inside of that environment. So it's you really do, like Barb says. I think Barb says she gonna hear me now. She says, that's why I love Barb, because Barb just flies out and says whatever's on her mind. Barb doesn't have a filter. There's no filter with Barb. Whatever Barb is thinking at that time, you're going to get what she's thinking. There's no filter. That's why I love the heck out of her. I just love Barb. She gonna give it to you just like that. And I freaking love that. And so she says, Dr. Nim, you know all this stuff. Why you still sick? Like that's how she roll with it. And I say to her, it's the process of wanting to not be sick. It's the process of teaching myself, no, you want to stay here. No, you want to do this. So her next question to me is going to be, I already know, Dr. Nim, why you don't have $1 billion? The reason I don't have the $1 billion is because it's the second thing on the list. It's not the first thing on the list. And I have to learn how to incorporate it. I have what I want, which is to watch people discover God. That's number one. Number two is learning how to incorporate the $1 billion, which is the same thing you guys are going to be doing. Learning how to incorporate your money inside of your dream. Because the dream pretty much for all of us isn't the money. But we had to go through getting rid of the money blocks. So that when we need to learn how to draw the money in to facilitate some of the things we want to do, we're already aware of the blocks, and we're already learning how to incorporate it so that we can have it to do what we want to do. But we're all doing what we want to do. Yeah. So a lot of times people get it twisted whenever we're talking about money, and they say she's always on money, or they're on money, or they don't even have a clue. They don't have a clue because they've given money so much power. But for those who stuck around, you know that the money doesn't have any power. So once you take the power away from money, it's a better situation, because now you're not sitting around spending time hating or giving power to something that doesn't have any power, and you can now redirect your attention to what you really want to do and be open to the money flowing to help facilitate that what you want to do. So the reason I don't have the $1 billion yet is because it's number 2 on the list. It's never going to be number 1 on the list, but I have to find a way to incorporate it. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? We have not because we want not. We have not because we want not. Yeah. It's kind of cool, actually. Kind of cool. Those people are still conform to the mentality of the concrete jungle. Yeah. Yeah, they get it. Just the Father Spirit in both of you. Yep. So, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, I just had to say all that. Guys, thank you for allowing this to be recorded. I think I'm going to start sharing some of these morning Grand Rising self-talks on my page, just so people can see what it looks like when we get together every day and maybe be encouraged to participate. Yeah, this is really good. So today, we were going to be talking about, I don't know if Kathy is willing to read her letter, but I don't know if anybody wants to read their letter, but I definitely wanted Kathy to read her letter or go over her letter, her thank you letter, or thank you for this, or thank you for that, and if anybody else did the same thing, if you want to share, that would be great. But so the topic Friday was, and thank you, Kathy, for allowing me to videotape that. I made that into a YouTube video and put it out there, and it's like beautiful. So the second part of that was, now that we've discovered a lot about that scenario and learning that everything comes to teach us, and we can really be in the posture of being thankful when the challenges come, because if we take the approach that we learn something, we can also stand in the posture of gratitude for the lesson. So the thing that we were doing, Kathy was doing, was writing a letter of gratitude for the event. Now, while she's getting ready, are you ready already?
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. While she's getting ready, I want to say this. Today, sometimes I give my son my credit card to go to the store and get some things for me. And when he was a little kid, he would take my credit card and go shopping. And so I learned to block him from my credit card, right? So now that he's an adult, I still do the same thing, because sometimes he still did the same thing. Not all the time, but sometimes. So he went to the store the other day, and so what I've done is I blocked my credit card. I have 2 credit cards, right? And I'll transfer money over. Whenever I need something, I'll just transfer the money over. That way, he can't go over the limit, and I don't get any NSF charges. So there was a time where I went to the bank and I learned that you can tell them don't let it go through or something. So I'm here now where I say let it go through, because I said to my son, if you say you're going to spend $2, then spend $2. So the other day, or one day, I don't know, one day this month, he went to the store. He was supposed to spend $2, and he spent $4. And of course, I didn't transfer the money over. So I had like $100 worth of, and what do you call them? Return check fees or whatever. $100. I said, don't do that. I'm so mad at you. Don't do that. Don't take my card unless you tell me and I can transfer the money over. So, okay, Ma, okay. So then he did it again. I said, but the one I have $200 worth of charges because you didn't tell me. And of course the bank is going to, what they're going to do, even though it's a $2 charge, what they're going to do is you're going to spend that big one so that the $2 charges don't go through, so they can charge you $35 for each $2 charge. So now I have $200 worth of return things on the card. And I got so upset. And he says, Ma, stop yelling. I just forgot. And I said, I didn't yell. I just said, why did you do this? I got to pay $200. I'm so sick of paying them $200. I can use my own $200. And then he says, Ma, stop yelling. I said, I'm just mad. I'm just mad. So then when I did my walkthrough, I said, you know what? You're a billionaire. You're not even going to have to transfer your money over anymore. It's going to be unlimited flow. That joker needs something. It's just going to be there. So don't sit inside of being angry. Just release that crap. We're like Billionaire Joe. Whatever you want, just fucking go get it. I don't have to worry about that. And I did that, and I just released that being upset with him to, you know what? I'm bringing this resistance into my life by being upset because he's done it. What I can do is stop being upset that he's done it because he's playing into the vibration that I'm creating. He's just a pawn in a toy. He's playing into the vibration that I'm creating. So I have to change the vibration that I'm creating. So I got $1 billion. Just take the card. I'm never going to run out. Just take the card. I'm never going to just take the card. And I'm changing the way I think now so that I don't have that reality of, you spent $2 3 times and me transferring the money and all that, because I've been playing in that. I hope y'all hear me. I've been playing in that reality. So that reality must exist. He's just a pawn in the toy. I mean, how do you say that? He's just a tool, or,
He's just a pawn in the game. You're playing chess. He can only do what you allow him to.
Yes, he's just a pawn in the game. All this life is my game. So he's just a pawn in the game. I put it out there that I'm going to get mad if he goes and spend it, so he has to go and spend it so I can get mad because I've already said I'm going to be mad if you go and do that. So he's just doing what I have created. So I'm stopping that from now on. When I got upset, I said, don't get upset. You have so much money that doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter. So don't get upset. And I'm starting to retrain my brain that way. So that when that joker take my car, it's $1 billion in there. I'm not tripping off a $2 drink that I had to transfer the money over for you to get. I'm not transferring the money over. I done put $1,000 in your account or $100,000 in your account last week. So I don't have to give you my car anymore. You know, that's the new reality that I'm playing out in my mind. If I keep saying he always needs me, oh my God, he just needs me all the time, that he's going to keep needing me all the time because I'm creating that. He needs me. Oh my God, he just needs me.
You better stop abusing my friend. Tell you that.
Don't be getting no ideas, Michael. You just need to put some headphones on right now. Don't be getting no ideas. She's a billionaire. Your mama still works, okay?
No, what it is I never took nothing like that. That's ridiculous. I did that one time to my mom over it was a text tone app. And what it is like you look up ringtones and it said it was free. Next thing I know, they're like $395. Nope, delete, block. No, that wasn't me. That was somebody else. But no, she would do the same thing. She'd wake me up and be like, literally, hey, Mike. I'm like, what? She's like, and she wakes up like I do at really weird times. It'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning and be like, Michael, I'm out of cigarettes. Here, go to the store. Give me the card and everything. But man, I remember them days. And I would always come back with the receipt though, because I'm like, I don't want to hear nothing. Here you go. And I would hand her a card wrapped in the receipt.
Yeah, but see, my son will do that and then go get him a soda. Added stuff to the list too. and it is okay. You know what I mean? And because it's crazy because
So it's $35 energy drink, Dr. Noon.
right, $35 energy drink.
A $35 energy drink.
Okay, no, I did one time. Okay, got a mighty. It was a rock star. I never forget that. They just came out with this new thing called Blackout. It was a brand new energy drink, and I didn't know that she was low. She sent me to go get cigarettes, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try this. And then she's like, Michael, I got shot. And that's why I was sitting here looking at you when you said these $2 charges. I was like, 35 every time. Every charge after you're bankrupt is $35 extra. I was like, and she's like, I hope it tastes good. Trust me, $35 for a soda. I'm like, Mom, look, I didn't know, man. Like,
and see, what's crazy is my son sometimes just want to, because he knows that I have two accounts, and I just transfer over what I need, because he's the one who's, set the boundaries and the standards for that. So when you go in and you add your soda, I can transfer $2 for your soda. So now I got $37 to a soda. Oh, I forgot how you forget? I've been doing this for years. But guess what? We're doing it for years because of me, not because of him. We're doing it for years because I'm creating that whole scenario. That whole scenario through my thoughts. It has to play out that way. He's just a pawn in the game. He's just a pawn in the game. I don't know why I had to share that. I don't even know, because that was not about anything we were talking about. I just felt like sharing that. Maybe somebody needed that.
I just picture you with the wheel. Like the Wheel of Fortune or whatever, and you just like spinning. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about this French fry. Because sometimes he'll be like, we're on a set track, and then you'll be like,
I know. It's crazy. Something just made me say that. I'm like, what? That is so off topic. What? So I just hope somebody needed to hear it. Because, okay, good. At least one person needed to hear it. Okay, good. So that stuff is crazy. Yeah, and it takes a lot of stress off of my son. Like I told him, I said, this is so not you. I'm not mad at you. This is me. I'm creating this crazy stuff. You don't have that kind of power over my life. I do, though. That's my crazy. I say. All right. So when did you unmute it? It looks like you unmuted. Or you frozen? You might be frozen. Okay, she might be frozen. Yeah, she's frozen because I don't see her face moving, but I just see she's unmuted. Okay. All right. Kathy. Back to the regularly scheduled program.
No, I needed that too.
Because you know what? I hate it when Spirit does that. So I'm like, oh my God, we're talking about this. Why are you?
It's like getting smacked in the face by an infomercial. It just comes out of nowhere. It's like, you can be happy too if you. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Like,
I feel the same way when I'm doing it. I'm like, why? In my mind, even though I'm saying it out loud, in my mind, I'm like, why are you doing this? You're making me look crazy out here. But I trust Spirit enough to let it guide me. But I know I'll be like, oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let me just change lanes for a second. Jesus Christ. Ashe. Okay. Back to the regular schedule program. Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome. Okay, so I started off with the storm. So I did that. I said, thank you to the storm, but you are no longer welcome. I am done. And I said, I command you in the name of God to leave me now. Thank you for the lessons that you have showed me. Thank you. Thank you for the, I was trying to put that in words. It was like, basically, thank you for giving me the wrath also. The next time you try to show up, I will try to recognize it and let it go. As for the storm that kept on coming into my life, which I'm not willing to repeat again. So I give thanks to it's not, I was trying to say, I don't know if it's spirit telling me to do this, but it tells me to thank you for teaching me my wealth and my pain in losing my daughter. So I want to say thank you, because without that pain, I would have never known who I was going to be. I recognize it now, and I'm all forward. I'm moving forward in this life. Thank you for the life that I've lived, because I've chosen it myself, and I recognize that now. Thank you for all of my family. Thank you for my brother, that without him, we wouldn't have had a place to stay. So I'm greatly grateful for that. Thank you to my parents, because my parents, no, they was not the best ones, but I understand that they had a life to live also. Thank you for my kid's father, because without him, I got lost in the storm, but I also see the rainbow now. I forgive his girlfriend because she don't know no better. She's hurting as much as and I recognize that. So I should be more of an understanding person. I said, I'm forever grateful for my family and my friends. I'm grateful for this tribe that you brought into my life. So I say thank you for that. I'm grateful for my healing, because right now, Lord knows that all I've been doing is hearing his voice. I thank you for my trials and tribulations, and also for the feeling of so awesomeness of my family. Again, I'm grateful for my love that everybody shows me every day, and now I can feel it, and now I understand that. I said, so now in my life and where I stand and where I hear God and I see God, I live in my essence, and that's what matters. I will be true to myself, and in all glory God that is there inside me, he's shining so bright at me and giving me the heart. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe, lady. Ashe. Beautiful. 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 Thank you. Mm-mm-mm. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Too amazing. Too amazing. Too amazing. Wendy, you had unmuted yourself, but your screen froze. So if you want to unmute yourself, you can. Oh, it's so beautiful. It made me think about some things that I need to do. That's Barbara's at that airport. She coming in. Did you mean to unmute yourself, Barb? Did you mean to unmute yourself?
I'm off.
Okay. I don't know if you meant to unmute yourself. Wendy, before we left, I think the phone froze up, but you had unmuted yourself. Was you going to say something? Can you hear me? Wendy? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Barely. I don't know. Something going on with my computer. It just shut down. So I tried to zoom in on my phone, but I could barely hear you.
Oh, no. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was saying that you unmuted yourself and then you froze. Was you going to say something?
I forgot what it was now.
I was trying to get you before you forgot because I already know. I know that.
Oh, I know what it was. I needed that message too, as always, with my son. So you already know.
Ashe.
Yeah.
Ashe. You know, it's interesting because I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is crazy. I'm telling y'all, the stuff we create is off the chain. When Kathy was talking, it made me go back and remember something that I'm grateful for. And one of the things that I'm grateful for is what I heard Spirit say the other day. What I heard Spirit say the other day was it was telling me to tell everyone this. I didn't take you around and show you God, show you me to forget me. Here's what it meant by that. I'm so grateful. This is my knowledge. I'm gonna talk from my own personal perspective, but we share the perspective because we've done the work together. I am so grateful that Spirit allowed me to go through all of the things that happened in my life, both the good and the bad, and recognize the power in the experience of both the good and the bad, to the degree that I now know that I was never left alone. I was never forgotten. I was never not answered. There was not one word that I spoke that didn't come to pass. I know this now, and I'm grateful for that. So as I sit and I reflect back on my life, it's interesting. I would like to share. I have always been, just like my father, have always been the provider for my family. Not just my kids, my family. So if my family needed something, I was always in the financial position to do or provide for them. When I think about it, when I made my shift to Spirit and walked away from the $1 million life to the Spirit life, my ability to do the $1 million stuff was no longer there. And it created frustration. It created a sense of, oh my God, y'all always think I have it. Y'all always think I got it. You think you can just go in my account and pull it out because that's what you used to doing, and it's not there anymore. And oh my gosh, y'all are getting on my nerve. Why do I have to be the answer for everything? Right? That's what the new space turned into. Why am I the answer for everything? Oh my God. That is what the new space became. So it led me to be frustrated. It led me to feel sometimes inadequate because I can no longer be that millionaire that I was for you guys because I made a whole different change. And watch this. You have to remember that I made a change to spirit, but also said spirit people should be broke. So I'm living inside my new change, a spirit and spirit people being broke. But I didn't leave my consciousness of wanting to take care of my family. I hope y'all hear me, because this is how you do this stuff. This is the deep stuff. I've always enjoyed taking care of my family. That's why I became a millionaire. So whatever they wanted, they can grab the card, they can go get what they want. My mother can call me, everybody can call me and do whatever they want to do, because I could do that for them. I like being that person, to be able to do that for them. But I still have that desire to want to take care and maintain my family. And I brought that desire over here in my spiritual space, but my spiritual space is clouded because I tainted my spiritual space with you gotta be broke. So my spiritual space and you gotta be broke is not supporting my natural state of taking care of and being a provider. So I must now make the adjustments. See, in the regular world, I would say, God, why did you leave me? Why did you forsake me? Why did you show up for the money? What did I do to piss you off? Oh my God, did you leave me? What did I do? I'm going to church every Sunday. I'm praying every Sunday. Why, God? Why? That's what Christianity would have had me do. But because God showed up and showed me God, I know what to do. I have to fix the mindset. I have to bring wealth to spirituality so that I can support my thought process of being the person to make sure my family's good. Because that's who I've always been. So it's a matter of making the adjustments inside the thought process of spirituality so that the natural me to take care of my family can exist in my new space. That's how the work is done. That's how the awareness of God is. If I wasn't aware of God, I would think that God left me. I would think there is no such thing as God. And God don't show up for me. You know, that's the posture I would be in. If God had not showed me the power of my words, every freaking word I spoke, I got my entire life, even the tragedy. They taught me that it was the devil. They taught me that it was something other than me. So when it happened, I would attribute, I must have did something to get on the devil's side and piss God off, and now I can't get it. That's a whole totally different mindset. But when God showed me, no, baby, I'm all that. Everything you said, you had. Because that's the power of me. I have whatsoever I say. Let there be light, and there was light. You will have whatsoever you say. Listen, baby, listen, we the same characteristic trait. You speaking tragedy into your life by your trauma. Get your trauma out your life so you can speak something different, and you'll have something different. So now I know God was there. Because I was having God experience the entire time. So I'm not sitting here saying, oh, God left me. Oh, God didn't bless me. I don't have $1 million. I can't take care of my family because God done left me. No, I'm saying I got to start saying what I want. And I have to say it to the degree that it becomes something that I know, not something that I believe, but something that I know. Because once I know it, it is. The good old Christians say, he may not come when you call him, but he's always on time. It's always on time because it's when I said it's going to happen. When I know it's going to happen, that's when it happens. It doesn't necessarily happen because I believe it. It happens when I know it. So it's about retraining the mind. So that's how I do the work. That's how I begin to recognize things. When things pop up, I look at it and pay attention to it and figure out what, okay, yeah, this is what you got to fix. This is what you got to fix. Which is why our time is so important in the grand rising when we get together, because it's going in and teaching yourself how to think something different. When my son grabs my credit card, why am I going to get mad at him for grabbing my credit card? He's a pawn in the game. I can't get upset with him. He's a pawn in my game. I got to change the game. I can't get upset with him for doing what the game say do. He's a pawn in the game. Hold on, let me let you unmute yourself. I see you grab it, Michael. Okay.
No, what you need to do is you need to be playing chess. Right now, you've been playing sorry.
I love that.
You've been playing sorry. Oops, my bad. No, you need to be playing chess.
First of all, I'm a title of the video. You need to be playing chess instead of sorry. You've been playing sorry. That is the name of this video. The game of sorry. I should have been playing chess.
Yes. Yes. Because they do exactly what you want them to. You manifest all the moves. I want him to go to the store. I want him to do this. You need to tell him that. You need to tell that pawn. He needs to have a little earpiece in. But when you go out there, this knight's going to try to kill us. He's going to offer you an orange soda. Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
I say. I'll freaking say. It's real. It's real. But it's just, I tell people all the time, you cannot control somebody else. You can't. You can't change anybody else. You can't control anybody else. I cannot control my son. I cannot change who my son is, but I can change me. And once I change me, everybody, my son included, everybody has to perform the way I want them to perform. Why? Because my vibrational shield shifts. And they have to meet me at my vibration to deal with me. That's not me changing them. That's me changing me. And if you want to deal with me, you'll meet me on my vibration. If not, you just won't. The mere fact that I said, oh my God, I'm gonna have to pay. I'm gonna have to. Watch this. I'm gonna have to. I'm creating it. I'm gonna have to pay $200 to. You're just gonna keep charging my card. Watch that. You just gonna keep charging my card. That's a command. You're just gonna keep charging my card till I don't have no more in the bank that you can cover these $200 charges. I'm speaking that into existence. I am speaking my experience into existence when I get angry. See, power works in your peace and in your storm. It works in your peace and in your chaos. How do I know that? Because I watched the chaos I created. Power works wherever you put it. God damn it, boy, you get on my nerve. Why you do this? Why do you keep doing this? I am speaking into existence. So now when stuff happens, I'm not participating in that. I'm saying, I got the money. I'm not worried because I have the money there. The money is always there when he goes there. I never have to worry. It's always there. I shift me. I shift me. I change me. Or I go into, and I will create from that space too. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Ashe. Questions, comments, go. Unmute yourself if you have a question or a comment.
Amazing. Yes, yes. Thank you. This was for me. Yeah, because that's even, yeah, it's that thing of just like our environment in the house, and my son who doesn't live with us day to day, TJ, that's what I said. I said, oh, he come, he wants something. Oh, he got, I'm creating that.
So when he comes, does he want something?
Yes. Yep. And the times when, and even thinking back to the times when I say he's coming just to say hi or whatever, or what have you, that's exactly what happens. He come, hey mommy, blah, 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 kisses and hugs, and then he goes on his way. Never affected my wallet.
Watch this. I know you can complete this sentence. Speak those things that are not.
Wait, say it again.
Speak those things that are not as
if they are.
If they are.
Oh.
Those things that are not as though they are.
Yes.
That's biblical principle. So when you speak it, it has to be.
Yes.
It has no choice but to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've had examples of both. I just recently, he was in a situation. He asked me, could he borrow the money? He said, I'll give it back to you on Wednesday. I said, I need it back on Wednesday. And I said, he's going to give it to me on Wednesday. I mean, he's going to give it back. I didn't specify the day. I said, but I'll get my money back. And I got my money back. And there have been times I have not. But those have been the times I said, he ain't going to give me that money back. Or that's money gone, goodbye.
I'm going to tell you something, and I got to stop the recording for this, because this is what I will be teaching in the doctor's program. But I am going to give y'all a piece. So this recording is now stopped. Thank you guys for joining in. Make sure you come back and join us inside of Grand Rising Self-Talk.